everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do is we're playing a 1,000-year Omniscience deck. Before we get into the deck tech here, go ahead and check out the poll over there, and let me know what you guys are planning to do for your New Year's. All right, so with this deck here, I'm super excited because I haven't really been playing. I don't think I've played really any decks with 1,000-Year Storm on the channel because it's just one of those that like I feel like I get a lot of good games in deck tests and then I go to record and I just do terrible with them. I don't know why. They're bad, and so I don't end up showing the videos. But I didn't even do any deck tests really with this one. I'm just jumping into it, and this deck actually comes from one of my patrons on Patreon. If you want to check that out, their link is in the description below. And this is a super spicy deck that's all around. Well, 1,000-Year Storm and Omniscience, like the name says. So 1,000-Year Storm, first off, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. So just copies a bunch of times. You can do a lot of really crazy things with your instants and sorceries. Omniscience, you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. So really spicy card, but it costs 10 mana to get Omniscience down. So obviously we have to ramp some way. So our main ways to ramp is we do have Thaumatic Compass treasure map to kind of get us treasures or to be drawing out some stuff. That helps us a little bit just in protection as well. Then we have Pirate's Pillage, which I would say is probably our number one ramp spell that you pay for as initial cost. You discard a card, you draw two cards, create 2 treasures that give you more mana. So if you have 1,000-Year Storm, and I copy this 2 to 3 times because I've played, an Opt beforehand, a Shock, and then I cast this Pirate's Pillage, and I get 3 copies or 2 copies off of it, then I'm creating enough treasure that I can then play Omniscience. I'm also digging through my deck to try to find the Omniscience, and so that's kind of the goal of the deck is we're trying to make that happen to where we can get down our Omniscience, and then our main win cons are we're playing enough spells that we can just lightning strike them for 1,000,000. We can Star of Extinction to kind of just destroy their lands and keep playing through our deck, or we play Overflowing Insight for however many copies, make them draw their entire deck and win that way. We do have Teferi and Ral in here as well as kind of extra win conditions. We're kind of this is where I kept trying to make different shifts and changes with this deck, and I decided just to kind of leave it how it is. I think I changed up to 1 Pirate's Pillage for like a I think it was like for the second Search for His Kanta, which is kind of in between there, but I wanted more instants and sorceries because I feel like we're a little bit light for this deck. So that's really all I've changed from what this is, but I really like the style of this deck. It's really fun. I love playing 1,000-Year Storm, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into it, see if we can get our Omniscience down and do crazy things and just play everything from our hand, cast huge Star of Extinctions, destroy their entire board. Brass's Bounty as well actually is another one where for each land you control, create a colorless treasure, create another treasure for each land. So if we have, 6 lands out there and we get it with a 1,000-Year Storm, we can create 12, tons of mana with this. So there's some really fun, spicy things we can do with this. We'll see if we can make them happen. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, and here we go. Before we jump into the gameplay, I wanted to thank today's sponsor, Flipside Gaming. Check them out at flipsidegaming.com and use the promo code Jeff, Jeff, to get 10% off all orders over $10. Alrighty, here we are against Arima, and we are playing our 1,000-Year Omniscience deck. And my quick question for you guys, man, having Deafening Clarion and Thaumatic Compass means we keep this even without the blue mana because we have to hit our removal spell. So we're going to keep this and hope for blue mana. Thaumatic Compass will definitely help with that plan. My question for you guys is, what did you get for Christmas? So I got these like silicon rings because I've never been a big fan of my titanium, whatever it was, ring. Ooh, Duress. What do they take, the Clarion or the Compass? I don't think they take these because they're just hoping we don't have the blue mana, don't draw into it. Search for His Kanta is a very possible choice. Yeah, there it goes. So just in case we did run into it, that makes sense. All right, so Thaumatic Compass comes down, and we pass the turn. This might just be like the mono black control style deck, maybe the mirror. But yeah, there's Dimir. Lazav. Interesting. So they immediately surveil. They don't have any creatures in the graveyard to get. I'm guessing this has got to be another Lazav. I'm guessing this is an Etrata deck. That would be my main guess. Alright, so we're going to play Island. And Deafening Clarion really doesn't help us a ton just yet. Unless he can fill his graveyard with something big and do stuff, which I don't think is really possible. So we're just going to pass the turn. We can do this on their end step. Yeah, pass the turn. And and this is, I mean, we're starting up our ramp. That's what's important. We can expansion anything that they play as well, which can be very useful. If they swing in for 1, we will take our beats and take 1 for now. Down to 19. Thought Erasure. Do we expansion that? Just to see if we can get rid of their hand a little bit. I think Thaumatic Compass, we really just need a ramp. So, especially if they're playing semi-slow, we could just top deck into Omniscience towards the late game. It's a very small, but it could be possible type of thing. Anyway, we'll see what we do here. So yeah, does take our expansion explosion. And we kind of want to hold on to certain like card draw spells for our 1,000-Year Storm plan, for a couple other things. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Thaumatic Compass, grab another island. Another island, because we do need our 3 blue sources towards the end. Yeah, pass to my turn. Play another island. Man, and I think we're just going to pass the turn again. Right now, the board's not big, like threatening enough that we have to use the Deafening Clarion. Lazav can be bad, but nothing's in their graveyard. So we're just going to keep using Thaumatic Compass, try to get that down early. Yep, take it. Go to our turn. We go ahead and Thaumatic Compass. And we'll grab a plains here now. Hopefully we stop drawing into lands because it's the best thing. All right, so still drawing land. That's All right, plains. Again, I don't really want to use the radical idea just yet. Let's go ahead and do it main phase really quick. We have it to play with all these lands that we've got that we're not planning on playing immediately. Thaumatic Compass will help us out still there. All right, there's our 1,000-Year Storm. Ooh. So we get to play it next turn. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. Man, the issue now is that if he has any more discard, we can lose the 1,000-Year Storm. But we're definitely going to hold on to the radical idea so we can get off multiple things here on the next turn. Yeah, pass. Swings in. We take 1. Down to 17. We're hoping he just has like a bunch of Ravenous Chupacabra, so he's not really wanting to play anything necessarily. Our Thaumatic Compass will flip and stop him from attacking with anything big. Another island is good. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, pass to my turn. He might counter this. We're going to try for the 1,000-Year Storm. We only have 2. That is the one other thing with this deck, is that we're not playing any counters in it. So does he counter it? Sinister Sabotage. Anything? Spell Pierce. Ugh. Well, that's bad. So we have to be really careful with our other one. I mean, again, we can't just go on the plan of we get to 10 mana, draw an Omniscience, and hopefully that gets down. So there are still things we can do to win. A lot of things we can do to win still. All right, so draw 7 cards is interesting. All right, we're going to go ahead and play the Deafening Clarion that they've seen. So Deafening Clarion, You go ahead and take 3 damage. No, do it. Yes, there we go. So we're just going to kill his Lazov, put everything to his graveyard. He could counter this. We're actually wanting to get counters out of their hand. All right, kill the Lazov. And pass the turn, and we're just going to be on the Thaumatic Compass plan for now. It does flip over. And actually, I guess we wanted to... I probably should have used it real quick to get another land out of our deck, but we're at the 10 mana point as long as we keep what we have here. So I guess we're going to go ahead and use this Radical Idea. Radical Idea, discarding a mountain, submit. All right, drawing so many lands, which is good. We're only running 24 lands in this deck. All right, so mountain. This is sorcery speed. Let's go ahead and refill our hand. I think that's an important thing to do right now. So target player draws a bunch. That's us. See if they counter it. Again, we need to get counters out of their hand as well. But I mean, drawing 7 would be really nice here. We'd have to discard a few. We're fine with that as well. Alright, so they do Syncopate for 3. Unfortunate. Alright, and opponent's doing a whole lot of nothing. And we're doing the same. Alright, pass the turn. We're going to opt on their end step this time. Just to try to find something here. I mean, it's less stuff to do with our 1,000-Year Storm if we draw into that. We're looking for a Teferi, a Ral, something. Yep, that resolves. Because we ain't got no counters. Opponent's probably going to be holding on to stuff to try to make that happen. I'm not sure what they're going to be playing here. Ravenous Tubes comes down. So yeah, I thought that they were holding on to a few of those. I'm guessing they still have a Sinister Sabotage just in case. Alright, we're going to go ahead and opt. Try to find what we're looking for. Teferi is good. Man, yeah, we're going to keep the Teferi. For sure. Pass to my turn. Another Overflowing Insight. Well, let's go ahead and try for the Teferi here. Possibly hits Sinister Sabotage. Let's go like this. Alright, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. We can still Spires of Vraska, so do they have the Sinister Sabotage? Man, and we just have nothing. We're really not in a good spot here at all. Alright, Resolves, we have... And this is where the deck, like, it doesn't have counters because it's going on the 1,000-Year Storm plan. Like, I feel like it's going too many places, but at the same time, we ramped up to 10 mana. Like, if we can get our Omniscience, we can do some pretty fun stuff. So we're going to pass the turn, play our Spires of Vraska to untap this guy from combat. Yep, goes to combat, swings in, we stop that from happening. Yep, pass the turn, and we're playing control. Pass to my turn, and they're just holding up mana, so I feel like this is just going to waste it now because that's one of our win conditions. So we're just going to pass the turn and wait until we find one of our other things. I don't know. This deck is a little bit funky. We're just waiting for him he keeps drawing more stuff too. Opponent actually scoops it up. That is alright, well we get a victory there. And pretty surprising. Alright, here we are against Bix, and we are playing our 1,000-Year Omniscience deck again. And we have the Deafening Clarions on turn 3. Anticipate to get us into more stuff, so we keep this for sure. I like our mana base for now. Alright, so is land, pass the turn. Goblin Instigator. So Clarion's looking even better already. Mountain is a sorcery speed, it's instant speed. So we'll pass the turn, do it on their end step. Pyromancer, that resolves. Yep, resolves. And I think we're just looking for land here, I would say. Do we just want a Radical Idea instead? Alright, Firebrand comes in. So Clarion's going to be pretty powerful already. Yep, a lot of damage coming in. And then we're going to anticipate here. Look what we're looking for. Thaumatic Compass gets us there as well. Island is good. Expansion's okay. I think we just go for the island to make sure we're on our curve here. Yes. We're going to grab an island. Thaumatic Compass is really good, but it takes so much mana to keep going. We're going to have to be playing these Clarions. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and fire it off now. Wipe their board. They only have 3 cards in hand. If they're playing Experimental Frenzy, that's where we're going to be in trouble. Otherwise, I think we're in decent shape. Alright, risk factor. We're going to... Oh, man. Yeah, take action. Take the 4 damage. Down to 11. Fanatical Firebrand. Yup. So we did draw into another Thaumatic Compass, which is good. Alright, so we play Clifftop Retreat, Thaumatic Compass, and pass the turn. We'll just Radical Idea on their end step. More risk factors. A little bit dicey. Alright, yep, that resolves. We're definitely going to Clarion now. They only have 1 card in hand. They can risk factor again, but ooh, we're getting pretty close, though. Alright, yeah, we will Radical Idea. It's an island. Pass to my turn. Lightning Strike's not terrible. Let's go ahead and Clarion. I was thinking of playing the Ral instead there, but I think that this is still the best play. And pass the turn. I think we're not going to play this Radical Idea because we actually want everything in our hand at the moment. Risk factor. Discards a shock. That means this is something good. Ooh, man. Yeah, well, it resolves first off. We drop down to 5. They can Lightning Strike. So we have to let them take it. We don't have any counters, though. So I think we just have to hope that they don't draw into anything good. Oh, man, this is bad. Okay, Lava Runner comes down. We're probably just going to Lightning Strike that. No, okay, it doesn't come in. All right, pass to my turn. Well, 1,000-Year Storm. Everything becomes a lot more powerful now in our hand. We can Lightning Strike something and then draw a few and maybe still do some other stuff here. Experimental Frenzy. Overflowing Insight. What do we want to do? We can kill what they have there, so can we kill that? It's the Experimental Frenzy. Can't return stuff. So we can't just wait till their turn and then Lightning Strike and do stuff on their turn. We very well could be dead next turn with 6 mana on Experimental Frenzy. Let's go ahead and play the Ral, though. Alright, we're going to pass the turn. Passing the turn. Next turn, we can maybe kill their board before they kill us. Alright, yeah, Fanatical Firebrand comes in. Let's see what else they get. We're going to wait till they attack. They didn't really get much there. 2 points of damage. So let's see here. We can just take it. Oh, man, every point of damage is so bad for us here. Alright, take it down to 6. Alright, we're going to go ahead and flip Thaumatic Compass for next turn, which should help a little bit as well. Grab an island. Passes my turn. All right, Clifftop Retreat. Play the island. Oh man. Well, we're going to we're going to try to go off a little bit here. So radical idea, discarding Clifftop Retreat, submit, draw a card. I'm not sure if we should have Lightning Strike first there. Glacial Fortress. Man, we're so close to just dead. So we can Lightning Strike and kill 2 things, but it's only 2 points of damage. We're going to play Ral. We can stop 1 point of damage with Thaumatic Compass or whatever the biggest hasty thing is. Go ahead and...
You're welcome to try.
Do we have to kill Lava Runner? I think we do. So kill the Lava Runner. We're trying to make them aim at Ral here. So pass the turn. I'd rather Shocks go at Ral than at my face. Pyromancer, yep, ouch. Down to 4. Lava Runner. Lightning Strike, and that's game, because even if we stop this guy from firing off, then yeah, they're shocked. Yeah, this deck is a little bit too slow, I feel like, there's not enough control-y aspects of it. It's trying to do its thing a little too much. We're going to try one more game. Alrighty, here we are again, and playing against DJ Avidet. And, ooh. Again, Deafening Clarions are good. We don't necessarily... I guess we do have it on turn 3, so yeah, we'll keep this. Clifftop Retreat into Island. Alright. Pass the turn. And Expansion is good against a lot of the decks here. So play Island, pass the turn. All the Deafening Clarions. Disinformation Campaign. Yeah, we're going to discard one of these guys now because they're a lot less useful against this deck. Glacial Fortress. Pass a turn. And we're hoping just to get expansion off of anything good, I think, here. Just to see if we can draw into land. Maybe discard something from their hand. They're just passing. And now we're passing. No land. Pretty bad. Alright, we're just playing land and go, but he's actually playing the land, unfortunately. We're not. So Thaumatic Compass, he probably will counter this, actually, because he knows we're missing our land drops. Yeah, Sinister Sabotage. Pass the turn. Yep, replays that. We discard another Deafening Clarion here. I mean, we're so far away from our Omniscience, but we only have 2. We don't have a way to get them back. So, yeah. Well, Anticipate's decent. We can at least anticipate. I'm going to do it now while they're mostly tapped down. Try to draw for land. Yep, Glacial Fortress. Play that, pass the turn. As long as we get up to our 1,000-Year Storm mana, we have a shot. So one more, we have Ral. Another one, we have 1,000-Year Storm. Karn. Yep, he draws a card. We'll give him Murder because it's going to do absolutely nothing against our deck here. Definitely has a card advantage against us now. Pirate's Pillage. I guess we play that. Deafening Clarion can be good against Karn if he starts trying to win that way. But we have to do it. So we have 4 of these. So let's go ahead and discard our Overflowing Insight. I think that's the better play here, just in case. All right, Island, pass the turn. Blood Operative. Going on the discard plan is what it's looking like here. Getting rid of Thaumatic Compass. Taking down Karn. He knows that we've discarded a couple of Deafening Clarion, so I guess we might go for it next turn. We'll probably play our Thousand Year Storm while we can, though. I mean, he still has Sinister Sabotage up, but we're going to try for Thousand Year Storm. Does it resolve? It does resolve. Alright, we're going to pass the turn. And we have much better chance now. Now that Thousand Year Storm is down, we have a much better chance. Get the land. So we could shock here. We're going to pass the turn, though, because that's one of our best things with Thousand Year Storm. So pass the turn. We have a way to kill Karn next turn if we Deafening Clarion, kill the board, shocked, and expansion. That's a pretty all-in type of way to go there, though. So probably not our game plan. All right, pass to my turn. Teferi. Let's go ahead with Ral over Teferi right now. I'm going to play Ral, see if it resolves. It does. Do we try to draw cards here versus killing something? We can still use our Deafening Clarion, but we kind of lose out on our mana here. So I think we draw and try to draw into mana for Omniscience. It looks like they're holding up mana for Dream Eater here, which I'd like them to play that. Star of Extinction kills their Planeswalker, so yeah, Star of Extinction. And pass the turn. I mean, if they bounce our Ral, then we just Star of Extinction next turn and reset the board. The Eldest Reborn. Oh, that's what he's doing. All right, resolves. Fine. All right, resolves. Yep. Getting rid of our Ral. Ooh, man. All right, well, we still have Star of Extinction next turn, which is pretty powerful. We can... I mean, there's not really a land that we care to kill here. We don't have Hexproof. Karn can keep ticking up. Oh, Tezzeret's good. Do we wait for them to Tezzeret before we use a Star of Extinction? Because I'm guessing that's going to come down next turn. Searches for Escanta. So Teferi can come down next turn, but we're still in a pretty bad spot here. We can maybe just bounce the Karn and then lose him. Alright, pass to my turn. Yep, take our beats. Down to 12. Pass to my turn. Play the Plains and Star of Extinction. He just gets stuff back with the Eldest Reborn. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play Teferi here. So play Teferi. We need to start drawing cards, honestly. Like that's the biggest thing. We actually could win if we had enough stuff to be playing with our Thousand Year Storm. Expansion again is interesting. I think we just pass the turn. We're going to have to discard a card, untap 2 lands. Yep, here and here. Yep, we discard a card that resolves. We're going to discard this Deafening Clarion. Take our beats again. Another Eldest Reborn. Man, come on. Alright, resolves. Resolves. Yep. So the one issue with the explosions is I believe with Omniscience down, when you cast them without paying their cost, they just cast a 0. But we can use all of the mana for that, draw a bunch, and then have a massive hand. So, alright. We need to draw land, I think, here to have a shot. Land for Omniscience is amazing. Star of Extinction's not bad. We're actually kind of hoping they'd play the Tezzeret there. Eldest Reborn is good, though. Yep, they swing in, pass a turn. We can take our beats for another turn. Down to 8. Pass to my turn. Now, can we go off? All right, Sulfur Falls. Oh, please resolve. Please, please, please resolve. Okay, we're playing it. So, Omniscience. Paying for it, paying for it. Please resolve. Please, 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 please. It's definitely not going to. I mean, they just have so many cards in hand. There's no way it resolves. Yeah, okay. Okay. Ugh. And now we're a lot lower on land here. Well, we tried to cast our Omniscience. Oh man, I hate the control matchups. Yep, gets back our Teferi. We discard a expansion explosion. We discarded an expansion explosion, which the issue is we need another red source in order to cast it for double. Man, this is not running very well right now. I'm not sure if I like this deck just in general. All right, Tezzeret comes down. I mean, Star of Extinction is huge here if it resolves. It's massive. Yeah, draws cards. I'm guessing because Tezzeret's down, he's going to start using his Constructs to start coming out here. Nope, okay, takes up. Gets a land. We'll probably play Disinformation Campaign. We discard the Shock. Yeah, we have to, we discard the Shock. We have to either Star of Extinction to come back. Eldritch Reborn can get back whatever they lose, though, unfortunately. Oh, man.
Let's skip to the good part.
He gets to untap 2 lands, so this might not even resolve. Ugh, man. It's so bad. Down to 4. And, man, a very convincing victory from this guy. I mean, we have a small, tiny, tiny chance. So if Star of Extinction resolves here, yeah, we'll see. Another Omniscience, and we can't cast it. Well, Star of Extinction gives us a turn if it resolves. We destroy one of their untapped lands, I guess. And if they counter this, then we're dead. So it does resolve, so we have like the slightest hope. Eldritch Reborn will find another one of their, probably find Teferi again. Yep, flips. Eldritch Reborn comes down. Really wish we could have hit the Search for Esconta with that Star of Extinction. So he has the Ral or the Teferi here. So it brings out the Ral. It picks up, draws 2, and passes the turn. I mean, we're going to try for... Well, there we go. So, Shock. We can't play it. Oh, my goodness. So we just have to expansion and hope it resolves. So, X4. So, we do 4 damage there to keep him away from his ability. We didn't even have the red mana here to make this happen. I think we just scoop here. There's no real way out of this. So we're going to go ahead and scoop, unfortunately. Oh, man. Well, let me know what you guys think of this deck. So this was 1000-Year Omniscience, and we did get our 1000-Year Storm down. We won the first game, but I don't know why. I feel like we had a chance to come back from that one. But I feel like this deck's going too many places. I have gotten this combo off before, like with the Omniscience and a 1000-Year Storm in a different deck. And I like the style of this one. I think there's a lot of... The biggest issue I see with this deck is there's enough non-instants and sorcery spells in this that once you get 1000-Year Storm down, you don't quite have enough to combo off and go crazy with it. I'm not sure I'm going to be drawing into more draw spells. I'm not sure I'm drawing into, there's such a little shot for that. And everything is so expensive that you end up using all of your mana on your turn that it doesn't really work out. We never really drew into Brass's Bounty, which might have saved our bacon there if we ever drew into that. It actually would have been really good to have that much mana extra. But, you know, playing up against the control matchups, we don't have our counters in the main board. I think this Spell Pierce is an interesting one for that. I think Spell Pierce is cheap enough that it can use it, and then you can combo off on their turn if you needed to, because everything is instant speed for the most part here, or it is, yeah. And so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Maybe put some things to make this deck work. I like the Thaumatic Compass. We never really drew into the treasure map or used it, and that's a great way to go. I mean, you can definitely cycle through, but are these cards worth it, or do we need to switch them out for other stuff? Maybe just go down to 2 Overflowing Insights, and I don't know. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Really appreciate everything, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye bye. Thank you.